kind of like it better there than on the inside. What if we take this off and we put that there instead? Because there's already a lot of light in here from the glowberries. And I like the idea because the people who live here, they use the resources they have because when they got here they have so few. And they like to live kind of in harmony with, okay, we're talking about kind of, space hippies, okay? So they like to live in harmony with nature as much as they can, even though they live in this weird space world they found themselves in. And I'll talk more about the lore later, but I think I do want to leave that like that and put a lamp there. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have to live with it for a while. But I'm going to go ahead and close in all of this in the orange glass, which means probably making more orange glass. And then I'll start working more on the external ring as well. But yeah, time to get started. Let me put some glass in and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I have kind of an idea for the layout of the teeth on this cog, where we have 3 in and 3 across, but only some of them are going to look like cubes because of the curve as we go around. Don't worry, the super regular like glowberries, I'm going to be cutting those back as I get further along because there's going to be greeblings and like stuff here, but this is just to light it up while I'm here. And frankly, glowberries are cheap. And you can get a lot of light out of them without a whole lot of effort. And I think they're pretty, especially when you use shaders. I just don't necessarily want it to be like glowberry, 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 glowberry all the way around. But right now, it's going to be glowberry, glowberry, glowberry because it's keeping the place lit up and it's letting me kind of see the structure a little bit. So I've started to lay them out. This is going to take so much glass. And it's going to take a lot of deep slate tiles. So I'm kind of just laying it out to get the idea of what the teeth will look like and where they go. I really am liking, though, the way this looks like from here. If I go out in free cam and I look here, you can kind of hint at the center core of this one. I like that this is so transparent in a lot of ways, and yet you still got the teeth. They're just not as big as those teeth up there. Are they any better as teeth? Okay, look, diagonals are hard in Minecraft, okay? And we've already established that that one up there is damaged. That's why it looks like that. So there's that. But I think I may explore a little bit with the acacia, because if each level is a different thing, I can use the acacia wood with the glass. Like if I put the glass here and I put these couple of pieces of acacia. I use a mod called Chipped that is giving me some of these other patterns that I can use, like these center cut logs, which might be really cool as a framing piece around things. And then of course there's the regular log as well, which looks really cool next to all of the orange. In fact, it makes the orange glass look less orange somehow. It makes it less, it's much more saturated color wise. But I think I may use this palette for this layer. I may even, and I shudder to think it, I may even lose this floor and use like some kind of combo of this on the floor. But I don't know. That seems like a lot of orange. You know what I mean? Like a lot of orange and gray. But if I use the logs, once I get the tree farm set up, if I use the logs, then that might work. because they're almost the same. They're not quite the same color, but they're the same kind of shading as the floor. We'll just have to see what happens because right now I don't know. Okay? Okay. Back to it. Well, I have teeth that go all the way around, and I think they're the best I can do. But diagonals in Minecraft are hard, okay? We have established, though, in the lore of this world that the cogs here, they're here like this, we think, because they were discarded. They were defective or they were damaged. Like the one up here is clearly broken and damaged, and it's had some serious metal stress, and it's got cracks in it and stuff. And this one looks like it's in pretty good shape, but these are pretty wonky teeth. I don't know how they could cog very well, but they have teeth now. See how that one's funny looking? That's the best I can do. I've done that like 4 times. And it just they're just gonna be weird, okay? They're just gonna be weird. Look, it's just gonna be weird, okay? Y'all will forgive me for the weird, right? Right? It'll bother me, and I'll keep poking at it, but I'm gonna move on. I'm tired of looking at it. Mhm. Mhm. Alrighty, what's next? And that's why I keep inventory on, because that happens a lot. Yep. Well, I may not be 100% sure about the middle, but I like the way the exterior is working out. Again, don't worry about the glowberries. They're not going to stay forever. They're just there to keep it from being doomy and gloomy up there at the top while I work. But I like having the orange all the way through, and I'm going to pop into FreeCam so you can see kind of what it'll look like on the outside as we go around. And you get those pops of red from upstairs. I don't know. Do you think that I should put more slashes and breaks in the outside up here? Or do you think that I should leave those for the inside? I don't know. I'm kind of two minds about it. I really want each of the layers to be very, very different. And so having the red not have a whole lot on the outside, and then like the orange really have a lot. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm making this up as I go along, right? So that's part of the fun. Now I just have to figure out what I'm going to do on the inside rung. Do I want it to be mostly open? Maybe this one wasn't finished, and so we can leave it mostly open. I don't know. Let me play with something. It'd be kind of cool if it was largely orange, because I really am liking the way the orange glass looks. But I started to have, where did I put it? There it is. I started to play with it a little bit already and have kind of these little framed sections, and instead of using the thicker wall, instead of using the wall instead of the thicker block. I don't know. Well, you know what? Let me try something, and we'll see if we like it. Or if I like it. Yeah. Okay, so I tried something. There are these gaps, and I'm not sure how I feel about them. But you know, it's not sealed anywhere. It's not like this thing is an airtight container, right? It's not a spaceship. And up here there are gaps where there's like the door and, well, really only the doors. But there are gaps here. And so it could work. And I really think I like the way it looks. I really do kind of think I like the way that it looks. And I like that it kind of encloses it, and that some of them are going to be a little thicker on the top and some are going to be thinner. I like that it has this sort of sill on the bottom. Yeah, I well, I think I like it. I think I do. So let's do a whole lot more of it. Yeah. Well, when I played with it a little bit and framed it a little more, I like it even better. What do you think? And then, of course, now that I talk about that, maybe the reason I'm not sold on this centerpiece is that it's not framed very well. Maybe if I add in some of the architectural elements like these. Oh, that's not it. There they are, right here. Like these, it will be less, well, flat. That means I would have to frame all of this as well, which could be done, but I don't have time to do it today because I need a tree farm. And I need some other things. So it's time to build some farms. Okay, so I tweaked and twiddled and moved and tried and rearranged, and I think I finally have the look I'm going for, where I'm using the different items to give me a texture, and then the glass, of course, is just the window itself. And I've done it on the inside here too, where we've got a variety of textures and shapes. But this, well, oops, that's not what I want to do. This is fiddly work, and I just don't have it in me to do any more right now. I've done, in preparation for this episode, in recording this episode, I have gone all the way around the outside edge, and now I've realized that I want to do some of this kind of thing on this, but I may do it with wood instead. I don't. Look, I've spent many hours on this already, okay? So it's time to do something different. Let's build a tree farm. Yeah. I've cleared a space, and we're going to go upstairs and we're going to build ourselves a tree farm so that we can take a break from this rather repetitive, kind of detail heavy task. Where did I put it? Where did I clear my? There it is. Okay, so what I've done, I'm probably going to clear out all this from my video. So what I've done here is I've measured to make sure that when the saw spins around and spins around, that it's going to work on every spot. It's not going to run into an area that isn't going to be able to have a tree. And also, it's not hopefully going to not going to knock over all of this stuff here. I hope, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. So this middle part right here is where our mechanical bearing is going to go. We're going to use this windmill bearing as the basis for all of this. All of this. Okay? And what will happen is we're going to take, and I'm going to use these barrels. Where are they? There. I'm going to use these barrels just out like this. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, you know what? It might be better if I only do 4 out. I don't need that many trees, that much wood, because most of this structure so far is in stone, and I have plenty of time for it to make the wood happen, and I'm worried if I make it too much bigger that it will interact with my cute little sugar cane here, and I'm going to err on the side of caution and slower rather than make some bigger farm that does a lot more stuff but also gets in the way and knocks over things, and you know what I mean? Yeah. So we're going to use these barrels as the structure and also as storage. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. We need all of this because what's going to happen? There they are. There are my cells. Okay, I made 5, but we're only going to use 4. 1, 2. Well, we're going to turn those around, aren't we? Aye. Okay, let's do this. This create stuff is still new to me, okay? Just bear with me. Okay, we're going to turn that around. Like that. Yes, like so, like that. And we're going to see if I do it this way, it should copy the placement. Hooray! Okay, so what's going to happen is on the front of the device, this is going to go round and round and round in a circle because we're going to have a windmill bearing here in the middle and the whole thing is going to spin. Okay? And then on the back, I need another row of barrels because what we'll have on the back here is we'll have deployers. Well, maybe not. Can I do it here? Let's see. Where are my deployers? There they are, right there in front of my face. Because I am blind. I don't. Yeah. I was looking for the hands, but you can't really see them in the thing. But anyway, we're gonna take you and we're gonna turn you the other way. There we go. And they go down and down and down. And what they'll do is, let's see if we can make it do it. I love this feature that lets it do that. That is so cool. Create is such a good mod. It's such a good mod. Okay, so, and then we're going to drop this there. Boop. And we need 1 piece of wood. Boop. Maybe 2. We don't need a lot of power because we don't really need this to spin very fast. It just needs to go round and round and round and round and round. If it spins too fast, then it won't have a chance to replace the stuff. It won't have a chance to replace the saplings as it goes around and around and around. Because what I'm going to do, oh yeah, what I'll do is I will put filters on here of the saplings that I want it to plant. I'm not going to put, actually I'm not going to put one here. We're going to have these all the way around. But what I have found, I've seen this done before, but I haven't built it myself, okay? But my friend and I had a problem one time where if we put a deployer here and it planted right up against this, the saw, as it spun around and around, it couldn't get it. So it kind of got all stuck. And it would keep spinning, but there was this like row of like half cut trees that no, I don't like it. So we're not going to do that. We're going to learn from our mistakes or our past experiences like smart people do. So we're really only going to have 3 deployers, and what they're going to do is they're going to replace the saplings as we go round the circle. It's going to cut and it's going to go round the circle, and it will harvest the wood, and that'll automatically pick it up and put it in these barrels. And eventually, once I get around to making some, I'll put the little thing on the end here and it will take it and store it. And what we'll probably do is take it down here and put it into our chests so it stores it and I can do cool stuff with it. But this is just the beginning, right? I've been putting this off for a while because I'm a little nervous about this farm. So yeah, it's a thing. I'm a little nervous. So we're going to put just a few of these on here. We don't really even need all 8 of these. We're going to go around here and go boop. I don't like that. Let's take this one down. And let's go up one more, because I think it'll just look better. If they go 2 on each side, boop. And if we go boop, boop. Ah, you silly thing. Try that again. There we go. And we go here and here. And then we go here and there. Now, we can't turn this on yet because right now the only thing that will spin is this. See how it says? See, nothing will do. It won't. Nothing will happen because we have to glue it all together. So let me put my glue in my offhand, and I think if we do this right, we can just go boop. Oh no. Maybe not in my offhand. Maybe in my regular hand. Boop. Yes. There we go. I'm so smart. You guys, I'm so smart. Okay, I'm going to go in sections. Let's add the deployers to that. Okay. Ah, what am I doing wrong? Okay. So there we go. Now they're glued together. See how they're all in one square kind of thing, right? Oh dear, maybe I've undone it. Nice. Okay. Now we want to get. Clearly, I have not figured out the glue technology very well. So I'm going to try this again. Yeah. Okay, so let's remove all the glue because apparently I am glue challenged. How do I? There we go. That's how you take it off. All right, there's no glue on there. None. So we're going to go here and collect these. And then we're going to go here and collect all of this. And then we're going to go here to there. And then we're going to go up here to there. Okay, now we're going to take you and you together. And we're going to take you and you together. I think. And you together. I think that might work. Let's find out. I'm using up all my glue trying to figure this out. It helps if I go the right direction. But it turns. Let's switch the rotation. And now it should go roundy, roundy, roundy. Notice the deployers are moving, but of course they don't have any saplings yet. So now these will cut a person. So I've got to be careful now. But we have a working contraption, and it's going just about the perfect speed. Wow! Yikes. Okay, so now we need to get some saplings into it and watch it work. Well now, don't I feel sheepish? In fact, I do. Bah, bah, because I just didn't have it tall enough. It's an easy fix, thank goodness, but I feel very, very silly that I was like, what is wrong with it? Why isn't it working? I don't understand. And the problem is me. I was the problem. We're going to go one. No, that's not what the heck? Do you see that nonsense? Let's see if we can take that out of there. Give me that back. Silliness. Thank you. What the? Thank you. Okay, let's try that again. Silly old thing. Okay, there's my 3 deployers. Awesome. Now we need to get the glue back out and glue them together. Boop, boop. And we need to grab you and go all the way down here. And then we'll need to take you and glue you to there. Ta-da! Now let's try it again. Look it! It's working! It's working! So exciting. Okay, that's all the saplings it has right now. So it's going to go around and around and around. I can give it some more though. Let's see if we can give it some more. What happens if I go like that? Look, look, it works. It works. It works. So what will happen now is as the trees grow, and I'll come back and let you see what that looks like. As the trees grow, the spinny blades here on the front will cut them down, and the deployers will pick up the seedlings and drop them in. Now, I'll have to come around here once in a while and take out the wood, of course, and I'll also have to take out the sticks and the apples and the other things from here. Yes. And it won't give me leaves, so I will have to do some manual tree planting if I want oak leaves or the other trees from this farm. But I'm so excited. Eventually, like I said, we'll have a little kissy thing, the storage interface thing, and it will connect right here, and it'll sort that out for me. But that is for another day. Yes, that is for another day. Today we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna mark off the tree farm because it's done. Ooh, but before we do that, let's watch. Here it goes. It's gonna come around. Doesn't move very fast, does it? It's gonna come around and it's gonna go chomp, 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 and it's gonna cut through the tree. And it's gonna collect all the stuff that came off the tree. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Kablooey! And that's it. No mess, no muss, no fuss. And oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. You see what it did? Somewhere along the way it lost its filter because it was only supposed to plant the saplings. We don't want this. We want it to only plant the saplings. So let's find out what I've done wrong this time. Okay, so I don't know why it works now because I didn't change anything, but it's working now. So yay! Now it goes roundy roundy and no more wood comes out because there's wood in there and there's sticks and stuff, and it's not trying to put that on the ground. I'm calling this a win. Yay! So you may have figured out by now or noticed by now that the first rung or the first cog is red and the second cog is orange. And yes, there's going to be other colors as we go down. The third cog will be yellow. Yellow is not a problem. I have so much yellow dye already, and I have dye farms that can give me yellow. But green? Y'all, I need a cactus farm. And I could build a boring, ordinary, regular old cactus farm, steady and reliable and all that fun stuff. But I have Create. And let's do something fun. Yeah. So if I'm going to do what I think I'm going to do with my cactus farm, I need amethyst. And I don't have a geode in this world. So I discovered that Tinker's Construct, though, gives me the option of maybe having a chance to get amethyst from nether quartz ore. So let's go get some in my favorite place in Minecraft. Yay! Hopefully I don't die. Let's see. Alrighty, I've got gentlemen, I'm talking here. Well, all right then. Thanks, buddy. I'll take the free gold. Please don't die. You're pretty broken. Should I fix you up? You're the only one left, aren't you? There used to be 3 of you guys. All right then. Okay. Well, anyway, I have 19. I have 19. I'll cut that out. I get some amethyst. I don't know. I guess I'll come back. Maybe. I love the nether so much. Okay. We're melting it. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of cool looking. But that does not look like amethyst. That looks like quartz. It is molten quartz. Did I do something wrong? I don't think so. Let me look again. Well, I figured out what I did. And I didn't look closely enough. Turns out this is not the right equipment. You see, I didn't realize it because I've never used it, but there are 3 pieces of Tinker's Construct. This is the first one you make. It's called the melter. Then there's this one, which is the smelter. There's another one, and I haven't made it, and I still can't make it because it needs blazes, and I don't got blazes. No. So I can't make the foundry yet, which means I can't make an amethyst yet. Can't make it. No. But you know what I can do? I can use regular old redstone and make it happen. So let's build us a farm, shall we? Yay. I went to the nether for nothing. For nothing. Okay. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. Yeah. I'm fine. Let's move on. Yeah. Okay. So I have stuff to make the gantry shaft. I have a gantry carriage. I have a pulse repeater. I have some redstone repeaters. I have some redstone. And I probably have forgotten something. But we're going to try this, okay? So let's do it. I should also give a shout out to Volt Scream, who isn't an online creator or anything, but this is, yeah, they helped me with this a lot. And I'm very grateful. So thanks, kiddo. Let's talk about what we got going on here. We have a gantry arm on the back that goes spinny, 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 and that powers this device. Okay? Out there we have a windmill going wee around and around with the wind. Not very fast, but it doesn't need to be. We have a rotation speed controller that powers all of this mess, and it's probably going faster than it has to, but we'll see in just a second. We have a timer that connects to this interval, this repeater thing that I don't know what it's called, but this thing that goes around and around and around. Now that it's powered, and I can break that lever now because I'll never need it again. And then this thing that goes off every 5 minutes, but I can also test it by going boop, and nothing happened. Okay, what am I doing wrong with my wireless redstone? It's on the red one, right? It's on the red one. Okay. Investigation is needed. Woo! It's working! Woo, woo, woo! Apparently, I needed to whack that with my wrench so that it would be in receive mode. But now, I got my redstone timer going tick, 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 and I can go like this, and I can turn it on. And look, not only does it break them, but it picks them up and puts them in the barrels. Isn't that cool? And I can take that away. And in 5 minutes, oh, here it goes, and it comes back. Look at that. So it will send a signal every 5 minutes and go pick up my stuff. Ta-da! I'm gonna tell you, it would have been faster to set up the other thing, but it would have been a lot faster to set up the regular garden variety vanilla version of a cactus farm. But you got to admit, that's pretty cool looking. It's pretty cool. And the whole reason I have create in this world, really, other than some things I couldn't do in regular vanilla in with this particular limitation, is so I can have movement like that. And like, where are they? That and like these. That's the whole reason. Yep. Yep. And now we have a little more movement, and we have a sharp thing that I'm going to have to put a wall or something around so that the children of the people here do not harm themselves on the cactus or on the sharp pointy things. Because make no mistake, my friends, that will be painful if you happen to walk across it. Yep, yep, yep. But we have another farm. We can mark off our list. Yay! Next. Oh, we have several farms we need to make. Yep, and some storage. We got to do some storage. But that's going to have to wait till next time. Because I'm done. Have a lovely day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Be good to each other, y'all.